Do you ever wonder what is intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number? The traditional beliefs, customs, and stories of a community. A community not part of the mainstream, unconventional, peripheral, or extreme. Part of an anthology, a published collection of poems or other pieces of writing. This is Esoteric Lore. I'm your host, Edward Aponte, where I push you to ponder the fringes of folklore. You are here. The most important 3 words you look for, sought after, when you're at the mall. In front of the directory, that is. The mall directory and that red dot or arrow notifying you are here. And once you find your orientation, you can then find your store or restaurant at the mall. You are here is true to life. This episode will deal with your new reality. How do you orient yourself to the new here in the directory of everyday life as you maintain a daily existence, ebb and flow and routine? As you seek to improve your life, you are here. And where is here? This episode is going to deal with the reality of where we are. I want you to look at 3 specific signs that you will see constantly reappearing on the national scene, world stage, that will eventually have an impact on your life. The first sign is what we will call distractions. Look over here. Naming of bodies of water. Our political leaders claiming wanting to conquer other sovereign territories. Lots of distractions. Next thing I want you to look at is what we will call deceptions. And these will come in layers, stages, sometimes all at once. So a distraction proposes or edicts this grandiose event, nothing to do with everyday life or improving the life of its citizens. So in the midst of distractions, there will be lots of deceptions, lies galore. That's already in. The first Trump administration, Wall Street Journal and other reports show that Trump lied over 30,000 times in 4 years. The best policy is to realize that he lies all the time. That your political leaders at the top lie, deceive. The best thing you could do is, for starters, is not believe a word they say. Question everything. So look for an enormous amount of grandiose distractions. They look for deception. Be aware of deception. A wave of lies galore. And then slowly look at the more troubling sign. It gives us a hint of motive, while not the only motive, one that is pretty clear. So we move from distractions, look over here, look for a torrent of deceptions, and all the while this third and more troubling sign, dismantling. The Looting of America. That's actually a book which, those of you who are interested in the ebb and flow of modern America and our global scene, that's a good book to look into. The Looting of America. It's a slow trickle where they're stopping, firing, ending. American political system as we know it. Today is March 1st, 2025, and you are here. Living through a blizzard of distractions, deceptions, and a slow dismantling of your way of life. Look over here. Lies galore. Looting of America. American. The Conning of America. That is also a book that you should consider reading. The Conning of America. So one of the ways to survive this deluge of information is to use a great deal of daily discernment. Number one, discern why and be aware of why this is happening. And I already told you, look at these three daily signs: distractions, deception, and a slow dismantling of the American economy, but also on the American way of life, the experience as a whole, the democratic experience and experiment is in jeopardy. Discernment looks beyond the labels to find the ideology or the worldview. We're no longer really to discern at the level of, well, that's how they do it. There's a left and right, a Republican and Democratic. Look beyond the labels to the why. That's where you will find the true answer to this crisis. Not the labels, but the ideology. Why? What is the worldview that develops, that produces such a thinking process? The perfect storm is here. That can cripple and threaten the American experience. The perfect storm is comprised of a presidential corruption and a party-wide cowardice that actually answers the question of where we are. The you are here. Here is the red dot. Here's the arrow. Here's where we are. We are in the middle of this perfect storm of an incredible sense of presidential corruption and party-wide cowardice. A power that has completely corrupted the presidency. So how do you adjust to an upside-down world when what used to be up is down and down is up, right is left? It does create this sense of disorientation. So how do we reorient ourselves? Since we know where we are now, you are here. This is the new reality. How do you adjust to an upside down world? Adjusting to an upside down world means adapting to a drastically changed situation where your usual perception of reality feels completely reversed, often requiring a mental shift to navigate new circumstances, similar to how your brain would adapt if you were wearing special glasses that flipped your vision upside down. It usually involves accepting the change, finding new perspectives, and gradually building routines within this new reality. Let's take a look at some key aspects of how to survive in an upside down world. It takes, number one, mental flexibility, accepting that things are different and being open to new ways of thinking and doing things. Second, gradual adaptation. Not trying to change everything at once, but taking small steps to adjust to the new situation. Thirdly, self-awareness. Recognizing your emotions and reactions to the change and allowing yourself to feel them. Fourth, focus on the positive. Finding aspects of the new situation that are beneficial or positive to focus on. For example, use humor. Laugh at some of the outrageous things that you will see, hear, and maybe experience moving forward. Finally, seeking support. Reaching out to friends, family, and professionals for guidance and understanding. How do you cope when your world feels upside down? Establish routines. Maintain a structural daily schedule with familiar activities to provide stability. Next, mindfulness practices. Meditation, deep breathing exercises can help manage stress and anxiety. Engage in self-care. Prioritize healthy habits like sleep, nutrition, and exercise. Set realistic goals. Break down large changes into smaller, achievable steps. Finally, seek professional help. If the changes are causing significant distress, consider therapy to navigate the emotional challenges. Below on the show notes of this podcast, I want to remind you that we have an app, a mindfulness app called Esoteric Every Day. Look at it, it's free to download on your Apple or Android store. If you like this video, please subscribe, share, and give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.